Hi, I'm Joe Butler. Over the next few minutes, I'd like to share with you the story of Ability Tree. Our mission is to reach out to families impacted by disability through recreation, education, support, and training. I hope that over the next few minutes, you will learn how we are able to strengthen and grow families and communities through this vital organization.
Well, for 21 years, Pam and I have lived the life of a parent of a child with a disability. And it was something we knew nothing about before that time. But as we've raised Jessica, and if she's been a big part of our life, and not only our life, but our ministry, we started noticing that there were a lot more people like Jessica out there who weren't plugged into a church. Jessica kind of had an inside track because we're pastors. But we started noticing that a lot of churches didn't have that. And so it kind of became a passion of ours to find a way to help Jessica be involved in church like we were all of our lives. And we saw that there was a really tremendous need there.
Sarah is just turned 4. She has spina bifida, along with a host of other things that have come along with that. It's not something that we've really been prepared for as much as reacted to and kind of learn as we go along.
When Zach was diagnosed, at Children's Hospital, a social worker came to us, and one of the first things within hours of his diagnosis that was said to us was, you realize that most marriages don't survive the diagnosis of a child with disabilities.
For over 20 years, I've been working with individuals, adult individuals with disabilities, and have heard the same heart cry over and over again. They need rest, families need rest, a place that's safe for their individuals to go to.
Micah was diagnosed with developmental delays when he was 9 months old. He started physical, occupational, speech therapy from that point on, multiple times a day sometime. Had a seizure when he was 2.5 and diagnosed with cerebral palsy and later diagnosed on the autism spectrum. He didn't walk until he was 4. And so as a family impacted by disability ourselves, we just really sensed that God was calling us to reach out to other families like our own.
It's the greatest mission field, I believe, left on the planet. There are so many people who are touched by, for whatever reason, have just kind of been, they don't have a place in the local church. And so Ability Tree, when we met up with these guys and found out about what their passion, their vision was, we thought this is one of the greatest keys to doing what we've wanted to do for years, is to begin to show churches that there's nothing to be afraid of, that this is a people group that not only can they minister to, but that can also bring great things to the local church.
I think Ability Tree is a place where we'll be able to come as a family and support other families. I'm also really excited about Ability Trees partnering with the community, with our church. We had great support from our church family. They didn't really know exactly how to support us, and I think that training is going to be...
And we didn't know how to ask for help or even what to ask for. A place like Ability Tree is just another resource, both the center and the activities, but then the other people that come together with the common interest and common desire.
I'm excited to see what happens in the future. I know it's going to be great and bigger than anything we can imagine.
I believe God just put a desire in my heart and gave me the words to say and said, you're going to be involved in establishing a disability outreach center in Northwest Arkansas that's going to expand nationwide. We wanted to focus on abilities because every person has abilities, and my wife loves trees. So, and the symbolism of a tree, the root system, the strength, the growth, the branching out, the seasons that trees go through, really speaks to what families go through a lot of times with kids with special needs. And so Ability Tree became the name of this vision.
As a business guy and a major employer in a small town, you get hit up with a lot of different things day in and day out. But with Joe and his wife Jen, you could tell that they were really, really wanting to get this thing off the ground.
And over the next 9 months, we prayed and felt like, hey, we need to find a home base for Ability Tree, and really sensed that it was Northwest Arkansas.
We realized that the potential that Ability Tree has to reach out into other cities, not only here in Arkansas, but throughout the United States.
We were excited to find out that the first Ability Center was going to be built in Siloam Springs because we were still feeling very overwhelmed by everything, and the fact that somebody cared about us and was going to set up a center for families like ours was really exciting.
Churches now have an opportunity to provide a plug-in for people with special needs, and that person then gets the joy of fitting into the local church and being a part of something really big.
As a parent of a special needs child, I am thankful that Ability Tree gets it.
This is something that we as a company and me personally and my family personally can support for years to come. It's a true God thing.
My life is forever changed because of a child with disabilities. As hard as it is, it's still the biggest blessing on earth, and I wouldn't change a minute of it.
As you've just seen and heard, Ability Tree is making a difference in the lives of so many impacted with disabilities. But we can't do it alone. Please partner with us and ask what you can do to give of your time and finances to make a difference in the lives of so many. And to those of you who support us, we say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.